You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
On rotten time. Leave me in peace. You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't?
You want something, you'll need to ask the doctor.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Sure is. You need a deft hand to straighten a busted nose or sparkle up those not-so-pearly whites? I'm your gal. Of course, there's not much cosmetic improvement going on at the moment, not without my mechanicals. Where the law is Irian anyway? Sure. How do you think we keep this pile of junk in the sky? It costs bits, and a little prettying up brings in a fair few of them. Or it would, if I had my dang mechanicals. Did he now? He must be referring to Irion. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this. I'd be grateful if you'd spare. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is... Keep hanging around. What can I do for... You have yourself a...
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently... You say that like it's weird. I just don't like to leave a... Be my guest. If you know some...
What seems to be the... If only my other patients had so many inquiring. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. Take care.
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
For the last ratted on... You... What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the... Alright, okay. We can discuss. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and thanks for helping me with the... Or I guess I should say, Elliot.
Got it. Heads down.
Any word on Jessie? Good luck. The board's got an...
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's Choice beer. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moon? You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep... damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind. It's fine. I should be... Speaking of interest, can I... have a look?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. Oh, I'm sorry. Was this your room? I'll just overlook it. Wait, this is almost certainly my room. That's my underwear on the floor. Now see here, What was I doing again?
Coaches and referees are debating how and if this behavior could lead to an unfair advantage. This has been Halcyon.
Damnable thing about living on a space station.
In the Halcyon
No pigeons to feed. How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything... Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on... Fine as... Chief... Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox, while Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia, she freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape boredom. Of course, most of our supplies come and go through merch. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
Halcyon Dude. Regularly scheduled advertisement for when you were hungry.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along trade. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned... Can't say I...
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been... Edna didn't seem to think so. And... Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck. If you should find his secret, the more we got the corps fighting each other. Neither do mine, dearie. Old Gladys knows the value of good work. You'll be compensated accordingly, I can promise you that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the... Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. Groundbreak. You'll find her I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
This is Halcyon News.
Wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
Easy does it.
Nicely done.
Incoming!
Nice one! Deft hands, Cap.
Hey, how'd you get back there? You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line.
You've been flying the outer systems route lately? Yep.
Ooh, someone has got to talk.
What can I do for you?
Shit.
Oh, shit. No, I mean, yeah, excellent. As the face of Spacer's Choice, it's my honor to be a public figure. Who needs... anything in it. Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelf. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a... That's why you should get a backup or 3. Become a frequent buyer. Join our Friendship Rewards program, currently unapproved in Alpha. Rewards and Friendship Pen.
Chicken and potatoes.
For the Wimbrel?
The
pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-serials.
Bounty hunter was after them? Fuller? Sublight Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
Got any leads on salvage? It doesn't even have to be broke yet. We'll take it. Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs. Sublight for life. Corporations never lifted a finger for me.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. These days, I stick to HQ and...
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. If there's anything... These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advice. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it... Your words, not mine. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets. Grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Ask. Be seeing.
What the...
No one saw me trip over that, right?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of... Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in... Terra Frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chem... Absolutely not. Spratwurst, boar, the other meat is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our... Legally? No. The Terra Frying method was to... Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacers... Just as well. Long as you don't mind me grinding... Just...
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only... We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times you have to repel boarders...
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit beginning dispensing seat. Some condiments are not for this unit dispense. This unit would clarify. There is a dead user error in the maintenance of this unit's cutlery engaged several systems at once. The slicer, the grinder, the tenderizer. This unit behaves precisely as it was engineered. Neither this unit nor its core. This unit is not designated for beginning dispensing sequence. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for it. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man? Reward
Go back to
offered
Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs. I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Do you think the board and its agent?
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, Alec. He was my dearest friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me. No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you... Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
It's personal, but information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine, really. Now, if you've... Miss Doyle owes the board a... Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organ.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and what guarantee do I have that she'll... I'm not sure the price of her organs will allow a profit in that case. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Now, is there anything else? Be my... Oh, good lord.
No, it... Best to be... Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How could... Chief Tennyson is supposed... Deplorable
A luxury stateroom.
To serve at our most esteemed chair. As this...
I'm the... I have
Oh. You've no... They're here to... Hardly. And Groundbreaker makes... Please. Ask...
This man, reward offered for information leading to capture report any sightings in the local ward.
This is House XF411s? And an old Yakit.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate. Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already.
I thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineer... Ain't that always the... So what brings you to Groundbreaker? Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them bored.
What?
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual
real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are... Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my... Only the board has access to... None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get... Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should... Hold on. There's something... The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned. Good.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. And now for a special word from Chairman Rothman.
Greetings, hard-working citizens of Halcyon. In these profitable times, we need only look to one another to find examples of honest labor and earnest work ethic. But there are those who
You should clear out. Engineering's a dangerous place to wander until we get those radiators fixed.
decided that in the interests of protecting our best assets, that's you, we are substantially raising the reward for his arrest. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, do your civic duty and come forward. Until then, my friends.
What's going on with you lately? You seem down.
CNP Borg Pocket. Steady macro rate with 2.5 seconds.
It's almost time for today's Yeah. Take. Should. What do you. That's right. The board. They've. But. Go. Ask the. Those board. That. Probably. Groundbreakers. The. That. Anytime.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or he'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well...
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. Woo! Look at the courage on this one!
That's right, sir. Just the parts.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. Under its skin, This ship is all poised. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs. Lay it on. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded. That's bureaucracy. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long. You can come and go in my little kingdom.
Live free, die free. Nothing else matters.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. Or cut them off.
Uncle Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that.
Today's my birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Lily's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
Your aura is like a disco ball, caught in a black hole.
This place. Red wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? It hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. It may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow. I'll get back to my post.
You one of us yet? Not so fast. What do you think you're doing? You're free to go.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line. Does everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Nope. You're home to an original McRed.
I guess I'm honored.
Bullshit. Wake up. Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to greener pastures.
Neighbor from above.
You've returned, and in one piece. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call if it... More than a few. Less than a hive. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei.
I'm genuinely...
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Clear of the radiators. You don't need to kill the but I've provided